Hey everyone, it's Melanie here from Bright House Scents, and I have my vendor wax empties to share with you today. So I've laid it all out vendor by vendor, and we'll just sort of go through what I've been warming. There's a ton. This is going to be a long video, so I'll try to go through it kind of quickly and not take too much time. But yeah, I have some great scents that I want to share. So we'll start off with L3. L3 Waxy Wonders. I have no more L3 in my collection. None. This is it. This is the end. Well, no, there might be a sample or two somewhere in my sample bin, but for the most part, there's nothing left. So I did cinnamon sticks, toasted mallow, roasted pine cones. This is one of her bunts. This is beautiful. This was like cinnamon sticks, roasted pine cones, goodness. Really enjoyed that. L3 performs quite well for me. And then I did the Pit. This was a Bitty Betty loaf. I loved this. I did this in my bedroom. This was Bonfire Bliss, graham crackers, mallow fluff, and smoked vanilla. And the smoked vanilla in this was beautiful. I love smoked vanilla in my bedroom. So that was definitely a win. Sassy Girl Aroma. You know how I love Sassy Girl. I will say that Sassy Girl is the best performing vendor wax in my home, hands down. It's just my favorite in regards to performance. And then also she just has amazing scents too. So she had launched a sampler last fall, and it was like these leaves. She had them in shapes of leaves, and they were all these different fall blends. And I had bought the sampler, but then I just didn't warm any of it. So I warmed it this year. So the leaves were the perfect size to put in my basement and do my basement for the full day. So I'm just going to read through the scent notes. All of these performed for the day in my basement, and they all gave me fall vibes. They weren't like bakery falls, so these are not scents I would repurchase, but nonetheless, I enjoyed them while they were going. So Autumn Desert, this is ginger snap, smoky black cardamom, and creamy milk tea. Although I don't like ginger that much, I didn't get a ton of ginger from this, so it was fine. Oat Harvest, ooh, this one was one of my favorites. This was ginger clove, cinnamon, oatmeal, maple, and brown sugar. And you really got the oatmeal and the maple on that. I really liked that one. Autumn Glow, apple, cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, pine, juniper, cranberry, and cedarwood. Fall Colors, this was apple, pumpkin, butterscotch, cinnamon, and wood. And Halloween Cider, and this was apple and mulled fruits with spicy cinnamon sticks, brown sugar, vanilla beans, and wormwoods. So all of those were very fall appropriate blends, but not necessarily fall bakery like how I love. So it's a sampler that I enjoyed while it was warming, but I wouldn't repurchase it. And these aren't scents that I would prefer to do in my open space. They're more like basement scents. So that's where I did them, and they all perform great. Okay, now I did a little sampler. I had a sampler, and these were all in shapes of cookies, and it was the Beach Nights sampler. Oh my gosh, her Beach Nights goes in my room for 3-4 days. This one was Rage at the Beach, and it is, hang on, the writing is so small, Rustic Lodge, Blueberry Muffin, Whipped Cream, Toasted, and Beach Nights. Basically, I just got Beach Nights. And it went for days. Her Beach Nights goes for days in my room. It's beautiful. Okay, the rest are full bags of wax from Sassy Girl. Okay, Old Town Pretzel Shop. This is one of my favorites from Sassy Girl Aroma. It's in my top 5 scents from her. It is pretzel, sugar cookie, marshmallow, sugar cookie dough, latte, and Old Town Bake Shop. The Old Town Bake Shop mixed with that pretzel is life itself. It performs beautifully. It was everything good. Alibaba Pretzel Green Apple Salty Caramel Marshmallow. This is just a green apple, caramel green apple kind of smell, but mixed in with the pretzel. Sassy Girl Aroma has my favorite pretzel. And it was everything. It was everything. Bob Jones, oh my gosh, this is everything. Brown sugar, zucchini bread, and Old Town Bake Shop. It's that Old Town Bake Shop. It's the coziest bakery smell. I love it. I loved that one. Pumpkin sugar donuts, a fresh pumpkin donut sprinkled with sugar and spice. This one was only okay for me. I don't know. I'm not really in love with pumpkin this year. And that one was meh, it was fine. Play ball. Okay, I liked this. My husband hated this. He asked me to take it out of the warmers. So it's salted caramel, creme brulee, buttercream frosting, and birthday cake, and pretzel. I mean, it sounds like it should be great. What he said it smelled like was like a vape. You know, if you vaped before, he used to vape back in the day. So you could get these flavored vapes like vanilla or caramel or whatever. And he said it smelled like one of those flavored vapes that he used to get back in the day, and he hated it. I personally loved it. This performed like a beast in my house. This went for hours and hours and hours. And I mean, like, I'm talking 10 out of 10 for like 10 hours. It was a champion. And maybe that was like part of why he was like, it's too much. Like, it's so thick. But, you know, I like scents that are like that. So I was here for it, but he hated it. Pistachio wedding cake. Oh, her pistachio is so good. Pistachio pudding cake, waffle cone, and wedding cake. I mean, it was just pistachio goodness. Fall Fun Carnival sugar cookie, kettle corn, and vanilla bean Noel. Beautiful. It was just like a sugar cookie bakery kind of nice scent. Southside Serpent. Ooh, let me show you this one. This one was super interesting. So this is a hint of smooth leather, tobacco, sweetened marshmallow, and sweet bakery. So it's like bakery, but also, I guess with the leather and the tobacco, it's almost like a bedroomy kind of scent, but you still do get the bakery from this. I've been using this in my bedroom for a long while. This is a bag of blocks, goes for a long time in my bedroom. This is really pretty. I would repurchase it. Because it's interesting, you know, like it's just not bakery, but it's just not leather. It's like, I don't know. I really enjoyed that. And that lasts a really long time, but it's in my bedroom too, right? So it's a smaller space. And the last one is pink zucchini cake. I had this one going in my bedroom as well. It's like pink sugar and zucchini cake. Beautiful. It's pink sugar, but it's mixed with the bakery, but you know, it's still bedroom. And I don't know, I like those types of scents. So yeah, Sassy Girl performs great for me. I mean, it comes out of the gate so strong, and it'll go for hours and hours. It's not like her bakery scents are dying off in 4 hours. Like I'm getting 6 hours or 8 hours, or like in the play ball case, I got 10 hours and then it started to taper off. Like it's just really great performing wax for me. So no qualms with the performance on any of those. Okay, let's dive into Melting Memories. I finished 3 bags. These are her large snap bars. I did Campfire Mornings, Espresso, Torched Marshmallow, and Crackling Birch. I love Crackling Birch so much. And with the espresso, this was beautiful. I did this in my bedroom, and you would think like, well, I don't normally do coffee in my bedroom, but Crackling Birch I do in my bedroom. So it was like it was appropriate. It was somehow bedroom appropriate. Beautiful, and performed exceptionally well in my bedroom. Toast and pretzels and berries, oh my. Okay, when I originally got this one, I got it on cold. It wasn't super strong, so I left this one, and I only just recently warmed this one. It's been curing for a while. When I opened the bag after leaving it for a month or even more than a month, it was so strong. The pretzel, the berries, the like toasty goodness. This was great. The pretzel in this was a 10 out of 10. It was super strong, but it needed cure time because when I first got it and I opened the bag, I was like, it's not that strong. But yeah, it strengthened up. And then this one is probably one of my favorites from Melting Memories. It's Blueberry Santo Cake. This is blueberry pancakes, Palo Santo, and white cake. And the Palo Santo is the good Palo Santo that's kind of like leans a bit more bakery-ish, you know, the good one. Yeah, I love that. But I do love blueberry, and it performs very well for me in my open space. So I did that one in my open space. I got about 6 hours solid where it was a strong throw, and then it tapered off. But as it was tapering off, it was like the Palo Santo was gone, the cake was gone. It was the blueberry that was like hanging on, because blueberry performs great for me. Okay, Kay's Scented Melts. This is recent. I recently did a Kay's haul, so these are all like more fresh and newer to me. I've never warmed any of these before, so there was some hits and then there was some not hits. So, okay, Harvest Funnel Cakes is apples, cranberries, orange peel, funnel cakes, and spice. I did not like this. I think it's the cranberry in this that is like off-putting to me. To me, it smells like a bathroom soap. And I don't know if it's like the cranberry that's giving me this bathroom soap vibe. Anyways, I ended up doing it in my bathrooms because it smelled so bathroomy to me on cold. I did not enjoy this. It smells like soap, which I personally don't like soap scents. So that was a definite no for me. Then I did Blue Christmas, Balsam Cedar, Blue Sugar, Palo Santo. This one was okay. I don't think I loved it. The Blue Sugar just makes it a bit too masculine, and I think maybe the Balsam Cedar too. It was just like, it was a little too masculine for me. I did it in my bathroom, so it's like, it was totally fine in there, but it wouldn't be a repurchase. Now, 3 that I loved that I would absolutely repurchase from Kay's. Oh my gosh, Orange Almond Scone. No, I can't even with this. Fluffy scones with almonds, orange zest, and orange glaze. Oh my gosh. You are getting the almond, you are getting the orange, and together, the mixture of these two, did this in my bedroom. It was beautiful. I would repurchase that. We Three Kings, oh my gosh, I would repurchase this one too. This is Marshmallow Fireside, Blue Sugar, and Palo Santo. I don't know that I was even getting Blue Sugar from this. I was getting this rich marshmallow Fireside with the Palo Santo. Did this one in my bedroom as well. Oh my gosh, it was everything. It's the Palo Santo and the Marshmallow Fireside in this is blended perfectly, and I loved it. I would get that again, warm that again in my bedroom. Then I did Homer's Habit. This is also a love for me. I will repurchase this and I will get a larger size. This is powdered donuts, sugar cookie, sugar waffle cone, and cronut. What I got from this when it warmed, I got this on cold too. It smelled like Cabbage Patch doll face, but then mixed with powdered sugar donuts. Yeah, that's how it smells. It smells like powdered donuts, but then I guess the powderiness from the powdered donut gives me Cabbage Patch face vibes. So it's like Cabbage Patch face mixed with a bit of bakery. Oh, it was so calming for me. I love that Cabbage Patch face smell in my bedroom. Love this. I'm going to get this in a much larger size. I loved it. But it's a bedroom melt. Like, I'm only going to warm this in my bedroom because, like, I don't need Cabbage Patch face smell all through my house, you know? Anyway, loved it. Okay, from Zape, I only did one. I did Franken Cake, and this was banana nut bread, pumpkin streusel, and caramel drizzle. This was a great banana nut bread type of smell. It went for about 4 hours. Then it died off, but it was beautiful while it was going, and I really enjoyed it. Harper James, I recently did a Harper James haul, so I did warm through some of those blends. I only had a couple cubes left of Grinchmas. This is an old bar from last year. This is Fraser Fir Pine, Sugar Cookie, Marshmallow, and Powdered Sugar. I just did a couple of cubes in my office one day when I was in there. That's all I had left, and it was wonderful. I love that one. Carb Lovers, I only had a couple of cubes left of this one too. Fresh Baked Bread, Zucchini Bread, and Salted Pretzel. Did this one in my office. Lovely. Okay, now these are the new ones that I recently got. So there was a couple that I really loved, and then one of them I wasn't so keen on. Salted Caramel Frappe. I didn't care much for this. This was fresh brewed coffee, sea salt, cocoa powder, caramel butter, sweet cream, and brown sugar. I guess it was like, you did get a coffee, but it wasn't, maybe it was just missing some sweetness, but it's like, it was sweet, but it wasn't sweet enough. I don't know. It wouldn't be a repurchase for me. It was okay. Apple cider donuts. This was wonderful. Apple, cinnamon, fried donuts, cider, and vanilla. And it was exactly it. It was an apple cider donut. Performed great in my open space. Really beautiful. I got 6 hours from that where it was like a really nice throw. Then it tapers off. By the 8-hour mark, I can't really smell it. That's kind of how Harper James goes for me. Generally, I'm getting 4 to 6 hours of a nice, solid medium. I can really smell it. And then it tapers off for a couple hours. This next one is October. Oh my gosh, I found my new favorite pumpkin scent. This is pumpkin crunch cookies, pumpkin pie, pumpkin souffle, and pumpkin cheesecake. This, I have been out of love with pumpkin, completely out of love with it. And then I warmed this and I was like, I'm back in love with pumpkin. This was my favorite pumpkin scent that I've warmed all year. Solid medium throw for about 6 hours, probably tapered off for another 2 to 3 hours. I just let it go as long as I possibly could because I was loving it. And it's just like the perfect pumpkin bakery. It's called October. I would repurchase that again for next year. Okay, Lavender and Speckles. Ooh, I got a bunch here from Lavender and Speckles. Look at me. I have no Lavender and Speckles left in my collection. None, not even one. But I did place an order for her like Christmas pre-order, so I'll have some more, but even still, I didn't go crazy. But yeah, I have no Lavender and Speckles in my collection. I'm doing great. So last year, let me just digress for a minute and just story tell for a second here. So last year, what I decided to do was I decided to go really hard in the fall and order a ton of vendor wax in like September, October, November. And then after that, just like order minimally throughout the year, not be on a no-buy by any means, but just like if I really, really wanted to go in on something, I would. Otherwise, I was kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to worm what I have. And the goal is, you know, finish a vendor before you buy more from that vendor. So that worked in some cases, not in all. I did purchase quite a bit, you know, throughout the year. It's not like I didn't purchase. But I didn't purchase as much as I normally might. And it worked so well for me. I warmed through like a ton of my vendors. I warmed through all my Harper James, all my Elf3. I warmed through all my Lavender and Speckles. I warmed through all my Zape, I want to say. Like I warmed through everything. And so then now this year I did the same thing. I've gone hard and purchased a bunch of things, and then I'll purchase less in the new year, you know, but not like stop purchasing, because that's just not realistic for me. Some of you guys go on your no buys and I'm like, girl, like how are you doing? Like I can't no buy. I can't. It's too, I cave. So for me, it's more like my favorite blends happen in the fall. It's like those deep, rich bakery blends. I find that those are released mostly in the fall, and that's what I love the most. So I like to just buy all that and then just warm it throughout the year. And it worked for me last year. So that's what I'm doing again this year. So Lavender and Speckles. I said all that to say I have warmed through my whole collection. So Donut Shop and Palo and Strawberry Lavender. Love her Donut Shop and Palo blends. Did this one in my bedroom. You did get the lavender from that. Very nice. Speckles Birthday Cake. This is one of my all-time favorites from Lavender and Speckles. This one's everything. This is birthday cake blended with sugar cookies, pecan waffles, cinnamon, vanilla, and lots of Palo Santo. And you do get that Palo Santo, and it's just magnificent. Did this one in my open concept, but this was from the sampler. So I had 3 pieces. So I had this one going sort of in my kitchen where I was sitting that day, but then I also mixed it with Donut Shop, Palo, and Sweet Woods. So I had Speckles Birthday Cake, which you get a bunch of Palo from, right where I was sitting. And then I had this one sort of going in my like living room, dining room. So they were kind of wafting together, and that worked out really nicely. Smoked cashmere. I don't care much for this. I'm not a smoked cashmere person. This is cocoa butter cashmere, Palo Santo, and salty sea air. Did it in my bedroom. I mean, it was fine, but not a repurchase for me. Strawberry musk and pine cones. I mean, maybe I'm the only person that doesn't care much for the strawberry musk, but the famous strawberry musk is strawberry pound cake and icy vanilla woods. I don't care that much for icy vanilla woods. I mean, to me, it's so masculine, right? Like it's heavy masculine. Now, I will say in this one, you were getting the strawberry pound cake plus the roasted pine cones, which like it rounded it out a little bit more for me, but it wouldn't be a repurchase. And I know people love this, but you know, icy vanilla woods is not, it's not for me. It's not a Mel smell. Donut Shop and Palo and Cranberry and Birch. This was really nice, performed really well for me. Did this one in my basement. Salted Pretzel Fireside Milkshake. There is something in this that I don't like. So salted pretzels, vanilla ice cream, Palo Santo, and marshmallow fireside. You would think those things would be amazing. But when this was going, it was almost like I was getting lemon. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, let me see. I can't get it now in the bag. It was almost like there was a lemon undertone. Like there was lemon in one of these scent oils, and somehow, some way, I could smell it coming through the blend. Like, I don't know what happened here. I don't know if, like, did I have just lemon previously in my warmers maybe? But I don't think I did, but maybe I did. Anyway, it ruined this one for me. And I actually ended up not liking that, which was too bad because that's such a Mel smell, you know? Strawberry pretzel milkshake and Palo Santo. Beautiful. Loved it. Did that one in my basement. And this one I just did yesterday. Christmas cocoa. Sweet peppermint, vanilla, dark chocolate, cinnamon sugar donuts. This is like a chocolate peppermint with, and you get a hint of the cinnamon with it. It's beautiful. Performs great in my open space. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so these ones for Lavender and Speckles, generally I'm getting the 4 hours from the wax, tapers off for the next 2. By the 6-hour mark, I'm generally changing out the wax. Even in my small spaces, it doesn't hold very long. It's beautiful in there, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't go for a full day. Like if I do something in my basement, I'm not getting a full day in my basement. I'm getting 6 to 8 hours. Oftentimes I just leave it and let it go because I don't change my wax in my basement that much, but it doesn't give me the full day. Okay, now we have Up the Creek. Up the Creek is performing magnificently for me. Even her bakery blends perform very, very well in my house, in my open space. Most of these I loved. One of them I did not. I did Peanut Brittle. I did not like this. Whatever is in this peanut brittle oil, it smells so weird to me. This is not good. Yeah, I really didn't enjoy that one. And like I had it in my basement because on cold I was like, I don't know if I like that. And like even my husband commented like, what is this? And I was like, ugh, I don't know. So I didn't like that. Marshmallow Fireside and Sugar Cookies. This was amazing. Amazing. And went for hours and it was so good. Blueberry Warm Vanilla Sugar. I've mentioned before that I love Up the Creek's blueberry with her warm vanilla sugar. It's almost like body care, but the blueberry is rich, so it's not like full body care. It's beautiful. I did this one in my bedroom. I got 2 warms out of this, and that will go for like a day and a half. Solid. Just beautiful. Buttermint Strawberry Pound Cake. I did this in my bedroom too. I got 2 warms out of this. Beautiful. Oh, you get the buttermint and you get the strawberry pound cake, and it's perfectly blended. Brazilian Boom Boom. I don't really order Boom Boom very much, so I thought I'm going to try it. So I did, and I got 2 warms out of this, and it's exactly what it says it is. It's Boom Boom. It lasted for like 2.5 days in my bedroom. So strong. But, you know, it's Boom Boom, right? It's like got that perfuminess, and yeah, very bedroom appropriate. Pink Sugar Cookies. This is Pink Sugar and Sugar Cookies. Did this in my bedroom, lasted for about a day and a half, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, this is one that Brandy sent me from Scoopable Tart Wax. This is the first time I've tried Scoopable Tart Wax, and it's Circus Concession Cookie, Cotton Candy Frosting, Ooey Gooey Caramel, Macintosh Madness, and Funnel Cake. It was amazing. I love a good Circus Concession. I'm here for it. It performed great. Thank you so much, Brandy, for that. I loved it. Okay, we're on to Rosegirls, and then we are done. So I did a ton. Look at this. I did a ton of Rosegirls. I had a bunch of like little mini muffins and samplers or chunk muffins, I think she calls them, and samplers from one of her Kahuna boxes, which is like, you know, a sample box kind of thing. So I did a bunch of those, and then I did a bunch of like full-size bags. Okay, so the mini muffin, or the chunk muffins and the samplers. I did Banshee Boardwalk in my bedroom. This is a Beach Nights blend. It was lovely. I Can Buy Myself Flowers. I did this in my bedroom. This is her version of Scentsy's Luna. It was really nice. This is a great version of Luna. Really nice. Resting Witch Face, Pies Before Guys and Baked Zucchini Bread. This was a chunk muffin. I did this in my open space. I want to say Resting Witch Face has apple fritter in it as well, apple fritter donut or something like that. So yeah, you were getting that. You were getting the apple fritter and the zucchini bread, and you know, it was good. Nice bakery, kind of fall bakery smell. Pumpkin Coconut Carbs, Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow, Coconut Macarons, Cookies, Donuts, and Bread. I love carbs, so of course I did love this, but my preference is carbs on its own. I was like, I don't need the pumpkin coconut. I just want carbs. It's so good in and of itself that it's like I didn't need to have the pumpkin coconut in it, right? Like it was good, but no, just give me carbs. I love it. Banned books. Okay, this one's really growing on me. So I ordered this once. I liked it okay, but I'm like, it's not really a Mel smell, but I appreciated something different in my warmers, right? So then I have this sample, and I decided to put this in my bedroom. I really like this. It's Haunted Library, which is suede, rosewood, leather, and old library books and fireplace, Tahitian vanilla, musk, and tonka bean. So it's like not really a Mel smell or like scent notes that I gravitate towards, but sometimes I just like to change my wax into something totally different. Like get rid of the general like smells that my nose is used to, and this did the job for that, and I did really enjoy it. Royal sugar cookies, vanilla pumpkin, marshmallow, cupcakes at Tiffany's, and glazed candy apples. Beautiful. Beautiful bakery, standard stuff. Royal sugar cookie. This was just straight up sugar cookie, which I've never had from Rosegirls, and it was great. Loved it. Hunk of Burning Love. No, I don't like this one. Cinnamon Red Hots, Cookie Land, which is toffee, butterscotch, pretzels, cookies, and confetti cake. The Cinnamon Red Hots was too much for me. I don't like that. Iced Blueberry Marshmallow Latte, blueberry, espresso, sugar, milk, and marshmallows. This was super blueberry and super coffee. Like, really potent, really extreme. Mario's Home for the Holidays. This is a favorite blend of mine. I love this one. It's Christmas Wish, Christmas Tree, Toasted Marshmallow, Royal Sugar Cookie, and Vanilla Bean Noel. And it's just like a beautiful Christmas tree scent. But then like with the sugar cookie, it's lovely. And I loved that. And Cookie Land, confetti cake, toffee, butterscotch pretzels, and cookies. It's a great bakery. Okay, now the full bags. So, just a note that Rosegirls Bakery goes for about 4 hours solid in my house and then tapers off for the next 2. So I get about 6 hours, which is pretty standard for all bakery in my house, to be honest. Okay, Deer Camp. Fresh fallen leaves, burning logs, and a touch of dirt. I was so excited to warm this, but when I warmed this, I was not here for it. To me, it smelled like lime and tree mixed together. Like, you know, if you have some certain trees and they lean floor cleaner, they almost smell like pine, but also mixed with like a lime lemon floor cleaner smell. Have you ever had a tree that smells like that? I've had several, and that's how this one ended up going. But I'm like, but it doesn't even say tree in here. It's, I don't know. So on cold, I really liked it. When I warmed it, I got this weird tree lime floor cleaner vibe, and I did not like that, and I would not repurchase. Monster Cookie Fluff Puffs. This is one of the loves of my life. It's bakery everything. It's amazing. Campfire Crew, toasted marshmallow, campfire, and graham cracker pie crust. Amazing. You get that toasted marshmallow. You get the graham cracker. It's so good. Jumping on Circus Sundays. Oh my gosh, this is like Circus concession blend, like caramel, apple-y, like amazing. There's so many scent notes. I'm not going to read them all, but basically it was wonderful. Smoke Show, Fallen Leaves, Palo Santo, and Smoked Vanilla. I do this one in my bedroom. This is the second time I purchased it, and or maybe I didn't purchase it before, but I had a sample or something. It's like in the bag, I really like it, but then when it warms, I don't love this as much as I thought I did. It was fine, but I wouldn't repurchase it. And I thought that I would have, you know, but no, I wouldn't. Resting Witch Face, apple fritter, pumpkin, marshmallow, and baked zucchini bread. Beautiful. You know, I love the apple fritter oil from Rosegirls. It's so good. Crackling Nilla Noel. Oh, crackling birch is so good. This is crackling birch, Nilla wafers, and vanilla bean Noel. Did this one in my open space. It was beautiful. The crackling birch is so good. I'm obsessed with crackling birch. Like, if you know of any good crackling birch blends, you need to let a girl know in the comments because I'm so here for it. It smells amazing. Pistachio oatmeal cookies topped with whipped cream. I've had this one several times now, and it's pistachio and oatmeal cookies. It's nice. It's not a great performer. I don't even get 4 hours from it. I put it in. It goes strong for about 2.5 hours. By the 4-hour mark, I can't smell it at all. But it smells great. But, you know, it's just like I get that bakery doesn't perform in my house, and I'm okay if I get the 4 hours and then it starts tapering off. But if I don't at least get 4 hours, I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I have a hard time repurchasing it, you know, but it smells great. So I probably won't purchase that again. Sugar cookie dough, waffle cone, wackadoodle. This was amazing. It was so rich bakery and amazing. Sugar cookie dough, waffle cone, monster cookie, and royal sugar cookies. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Okay, so that is that. That's what I've been warming and getting through. Now, let me share a little life update with you guys. So I have shared on my channel before that I have anxiety and I'll have panic attacks and I'll have anxiety attacks. And it's like, I don't know why, because everything in my life is good. You know, like I'm really happy in my family. I'm really happy with my job. I'm not living in a stressful situation right now. And I've lived in stressful situations in my life. We all have. And I know the difference of how I feel when I'm in those situations and, you know, how I feel when I'm not. So I'm not in those situations right now. But nonetheless, you know, the anxiety was just like full throttle. And I was like, what is this? So I was seeing a therapist. And obviously, there's just a lot of trauma that we all carry and stuff like that. And she's like, this is just likely just a manifestation of lots of trauma, that hasn't been dealt with. And she was like, maybe you should try to take a medication to help like the brain relax a little bit. And I've talked to my doctor several times about that. And I've always been like, I don't want to put chemicals in my body if I don't have to, and all that. Anyways, I decided, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a medication. So I've been on the medication now. And I want to give an update because maybe this will be helpful for somebody that's also, experiencing anxiety. So the doctor says to me, you got to try to push through 3 months because there's a lot of side effects and people tend to not see the benefits of the medication till about 3 months. So I'm like, okay. So I go fill the prescription, and the pharmacist, he is just wonderful. It's just like an older gentleman, and he's so kind and wonderful. And he's like, you need to push through 3 months. I'm like, yeah, the doctor told me. He's like, no, you listen to me now. He's like, people come back on this particular medication and they can't make it. They can't make it through those 3 months. He's like, the side effects are extreme and everyone comes back complaining that it's extreme. He's like, but the people that can make it through those 3 months are seeing really wonderful results from this medication, right? So he's really driving the point home. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I start taking the medication. Oh boy, I've been on it now for 2 months maybe. It's everything. It's everything. It's like there'll be days where I'm like, my vision's totally blurry. I can't see. And it's like sometimes I'm so dizzy that I can see the particles in the air all the time. And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh my God, I see the atoms in the air. Scientists tell us that everything's made up of atoms, but we don't believe it because we can't see it. But except I can see the atoms. Then it'll be like, oh my gosh, my stomach is so sick. I can't eat anything. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm starving. I'm eating everything. Then it's like, oh, everything aches. Everything hurts. I can't hear. I'm getting ringing in my ears, and my ears are ringing all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear anything, and I can't see, and I can't eat, or I'm eating all the time. It was crazy. Okay. It was so extreme. Then I'm like, I'm going to bed, and I'm like, I have to sleep. I'm so exhausted. I have to sleep all the time. And then I'm wide awake. I can't sleep. There's no sleeping. I'm up until 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I got to work all day. It's like it's been this crazy roller coaster. So then finally today I had my moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that this medication is actually starting to work. So it's been 2 months. And I had a situation today at work. It's Sunday, and I had a situation today on a Sunday at work that normally would give me like deep levels of anxiety. Like, ooh, yikes, we're in a bad situation here. I can't fix it. I wish I could, but I can't. And normally I would have like serious anxiety about this. And I was in the moment, and it was like I took a deep breath, and it was like, okay, I can't fix this situation. There's nothing that I can do to change it. It is what it is. I'm going to have to problem solve through it, but that's just what it's going to be. And there was no sense of anxiety or panic around that, or just like internal turmoil. A lot of times if like something's going wrong at work or in my personal life or something, I feel really sick to my stomach, and I didn't feel sick. And I had that moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, I think my brain is relaxing. I think my amygdala is relaxing, and this medication is starting to work, which is great. So now I'm hoping that as the medication starts to work, the side effects will start to like die down, because I want to feel better. I want to be in a situation where I'm not having panic attacks for no reason, or due to like just the brain being on high alert every second of every day, my entire life. And it's like, it doesn't allow me to just be, sometimes we just need to be. So anyway, I wanted to share that because I don't think we talk about mental health enough. And maybe you're struggling with mental health, or maybe you're considering like, should I see a doctor about it, or should I see a therapist, or should I talk to somebody, or should I consider a medication, or whatever it might be. I thought it might be helpful for you to hear this in case you're in that same situation. Feel free to email me. I'll leave my email in the description. Feel free to email me if you ever want to chat or you just need somebody to vent to or chat with. I'm happy to Zoom with anybody or chat at any time, to just be a support, just to listen to whatever's going on. I mean, I have no advice, you know, I'm in it. I don't have any advice to share, but I can just share sort of my experience and encourage you, if you're experiencing it too, that you're not in it alone, right? I think sometimes we feel like we are, and you're not in it alone. I'm here with you, and I'm working through it too. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know what you've been warming and what you've been getting up to, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.